Gamecocks? Welcome to the Spin. Now, you might be wondering, Fen, why do you have the fire on when it's about 85 degrees outside and sunny? I don't have a good answer for that. So, I guess we'll just say it's to set the mood. Whoa, 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 whoa! No, not that kind of mood. Perfect. If you're anything like me, you've really been missing the good times at Carolina. It's hard not to think back to the days we spent with friends and fellow Gamecocks. Whether it was watching one of our teams beat Clemson, playing intramural sports, studying at Thomas Cooper, or simply relaxing on the horseshoe. And I would give anything to be doing any of those things right now. Well, maybe not studying. I don't really want to do that anymore. But you get what I mean, right? We can all get so caught up in what we're missing that we forget the good things that have passed. So, with all this time that we have on our hands now, I wanted to take a moment to reflect on the good things that have passed. So, let's take a look. We didn't have a full year on campus, which is definitely a bummer, but we still had a great year, and we made it to the end, which is something to be proud of. There's going to be plenty more opportunities to explore all that Carolina has to offer, whether as a student or an alumni. So, in the next couple minutes, I'm going to turn this fire off, because it's way too hot. I'm going to fill up on some sweet tea, and I'm going to talk to the outgoing seniors about their experience at Carolina, and how they're planning for the future. Let's go.
Cole, how you doing?
I'm doing okay. How are you doing?
I'm good. So obviously there's a lot of, feelings, and we've kind of been able to adjust to this whole, online atmosphere. But if you could speak to kind of your experience so far with online classes and how you've had to adjust.
So far, probably the hardest part for me has been the actual learning aspect. I'm I get up in the morning. I have early morning classes, specifically so I can get up, get moving, and keep active, and that's how I'm able to keep get everything done. So especially in my bigger lecture classes where we don't have the professor there to ask questions and talk to, that's been kind of difficult with classes. I know the first test I took online here at home, I did horrible on, and a lot of other people in the class did too. So that's really the main obstacle I've had to come up against. But the kind of disconnect and not having the professor as a resource is what's been my biggest difficulty.
Dealing with your last classes and your last time, that's been kind of taken from you. I wanted to get your perspective on kind of not getting those last moments on campus.
it's been a little kind of, I don't want to say rough, but just kind of a downer. I was really looking forward to my grandparents being at graduation because I'm really close to them, and of course, like my parents. But obviously, like even if with graduation being moved to tentatively to like, I think it was August 7th or 8th or something like that, they still won't feel comfortable coming to it. And I mean, like I wouldn't want them to either, just because like especially as they're both immune compromised, so it'd be kind of ridiculous for them to risk that just to see me walk at graduation.
So, I mean, how are you doing?
I'm doing okay. It was a little crazy at first, because where I'm from in New Jersey, it's literally right by New York City. So we're like really close to where a lot of the issues in New York with the virus are going on. So at first it was really crazy. The first couple weeks, we knew a lot of people that were getting the virus, dying from the virus. But now it's kind of started to level off, especially in my town. So I wouldn't say okay. I wouldn't say like okay, but we've kind of adjusted to like this new normal.
So I know you're obviously focused on, I mean, RM is a big part of your life at South Carolina. But you also have to deal with, yourself and how you're feeling about the whole ordeal and, missing out on hanging out with your friends and spending those last couple months at school and even walking in graduation is, in question.
For me, I mean, I'm missing every moment, There's always this like bittersweetness when you're having your last class or your last this or your last that. Like yesterday I had my last one of my last classes, and during it I was like, okay, but then at the end I was like, wow, this is happening. And I think, having all of this, just going through it, it's just knowing that I have the support from my friends, my family, knowing that even if I still need to reach out to those professors, just knowing I still have those connections is super important for me.
Hello, Sawyer.
Hello, there we go. That's better.
Welcome to the Spin.
Honored to be here.
Awesome. Well, we're glad to have you. So obviously with everything that's going on, you've had to move online, and your major is very much based on like critique and getting feedback from other students and your teachers, and being in person and talking through issues with different projects and things. So kind of how has that changed for you, or how has that affected you and your kind of workload?
Yeah, it's true what you say about critique, and that's one major thing that's changed is my professors, for the most part, have all been really available, and obviously we have Zoom, and that's been great. But there's been less like we haven't been doing group meetings every week and stuff, just logistically, just to give us more time to work, just because it ends up being more hassle than it's worth. So I definitely miss out with that interaction with my classmates, because I've definitely gotten to know them and gotten to know their design styles and things.
And with graduation, obviously it's kind of up in the air right now. It's scheduled to be in August. But that obviously, that time and that day, actually being able to walk and through the horseshoe nonetheless, and with your family, kind of how has that affected you?
It is a bummer. But I mean, there's been lots of bummers through this whole situation, lots of things getting canceled. To me, it's just kind of just one more thing that got canceled that's just happening. And like I said, I mean, it's a letdown that thousands and thousands of seniors are all going through right now. And there's so many other, bigger problems that are happening because of this crisis that, I just try to keep in perspective, not to completely mitigate it, not to let it be like, it's not, it is a bummer, but yeah, just everything in perspective, and this will all end and everything will be back to normal one day, and just look forward to that time. That's just kind of how I see it.
Hi there, I'm Josh Wise, Director of Communications Marketing for UofSC Housing, and you're joining us on the set of Inside UofSC. This is a show that we do live on Facebook that allows parents and students the ability to ask our professionals questions about university housing. So whether you're calling Carolina home for the first time in the fall, or whether you've already called Carolina home and you're looking to return, this is the place to be to get your questions answered. Hey, enjoy the rest of the spin, and we'll catch you next time on Inside UofSC.
See you guys. Thanks for joining. All right, now that that's over, I swear there was something I had to do. I just can't remember. I forgot to move out. Wait, you thought I was just gonna leave you here? No chance. Let's go. Hey Gamecocks, this is Fenn, and I'm with the RLC of Park Place, Aaron Smith. I just want to get your thoughts on move out.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me. What a crazy time to be alive, guys. We hope you are all doing well as you come back to campus and that you're safe and healthy and your loved ones are doing well too. We have had quite a bit of a unique move out experience, keeping that social distance, keeping everything healthy and safe, from the flow of people coming in and out to making sure all of our services are well maintained. We've got our masks and our PPE. That's been a little weird, especially as we try to communicate with folks, but we're doing good work and I'm really proud of everyone at University Housing.
Hey Gamecocks, we're out here at East Quad, and what are we doing here today?
Today we are sanitizing balusters, doorknobs, stairways, up high, down low, bathrooms, classrooms, doorknobs. Every door that got a doorknob, we clean them all. Sanitizing.
Have you seen any students move out today?
Yes, sir, about 3 or 4.
All right, Gamecocks, I just finished moving out, and I'm ready to go. Change is always hard, but as long as you look to the future with a smile, everything will be all right. But for now, until next year, the spin is over.